my mind. So, you know, I felt the need to have a quick live stream. You know, it's not gonna be too long. I actually got to go to work. I got things to do. But in today's society, I guess with all the different things that are acceptable, from one generation to the next generation, from one century to the next, be it the metrosexual lifestyle, more acceptance of transgenders, same-sex marriages, just people getting in touch with who they are and whatnot. I look at masculinity, and I ask the question, what place does masculinity have? And this is not meant to offend. This is not meant to, bash any different group of people or anybody's lifestyle. This is me just asking the question. Hello, Spy Fox. As it pertains to masculinity of men, as it pertains to how men are perceived in society and acceptance, or what is the norm? You know what I mean? What's going on, Mrs. P? I asked this question out of pure curiosity. This is a live stream. This is a question out of pure curiosity. Driving and listening to this is a hot topic. Thank you, Harry Fessler. See, this is pure curiosity, and I take the time to say this is pure curiosity because I don't want anybody not just to think, but to perceive or feel that I'm trying to attack anybody by asking and posing this question. This is something I had on my mind for quite a while, and I wondered, do men have to be more feminine in today's society? Is this something that is a prerequisite to being a man in today's generation? I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree with empathizing. I agree with understanding, the plight of, different groups, different people that have been oppressed or discriminated against, with their rights and stuff like that. I definitely understand it. I get it. I say people should have their rights, regardless of who they love, regardless of their sexual orientations, have the right to love who you want to love. Thank you, Molly Dolly, for coming through. But I asked the question, do men, have to be more feminine? Is it still possible? Thank you, Molly Dolly, for coming through. Is it still possible for a man to be totally masculine in today's society? And that be okay, and not have him be vilified for it, or, I guess having to be, different or more acceptable to society. I just asked the question. I mean, I know my feelings on it. I know how I perceive it. I know where I go with it, but like I said, I wonder how you folks feel out there, because this is a question. I'm not trying to postulate. I'm not trying to give a dissertation on it. Now there's a gender term that states that your sex lines up with your gender. That's crazy. Wow. I don't know about that. But like I said, I would like to know how you folks feel. If you don't feel comfortable answering the question, then you don't have to answer the question. But it's something that I was curious about how other people felt about it. Me, how I particularly feel about it is that you can still be a man, you can still be masculine, and it just reminded me I forgot to charge my radio. I'll be right back. I'm talking. Listen to me. Hear the sound of my voice. I know you can hear me. I know I'm here. Hopefully, people, I forgot to do something that I was supposed to do last night. Oh, man. So I ain't going to have too much of a charge. Thank you for the people that actually stayed with me for a second. There's nothing wrong with a man showing his feminine side. Okay, there's nothing wrong with a man showing his feminine side, but in today's society, does a man have to be more feminine, than masculine? Is it okay if a man, is just masculine in who he is and secure in that, or does it have to be where a man has to show more of a feminine side to be accepted in today's society? Or is acceptance something that you shouldn't be concerned with? And this is just my curiosity. I feel that, yeah, it's okay for a man to show a feminine side, to be softer in a lot of different ways. But does he have to be more feminine because of the climate or the way society is nowadays? And I would like to know what people think, what you, the viewer, feel about this particular situation. No, in your opinion, does a man have to be okay, Molly Dolly? That's cool. Why? I wonder why you feel that way, Molly Dolly. And I wonder why you feel that way as well, Mrs. P. Because like I said, it's just something that rattles through my mind. Sometimes people may feel the pressure to conform to different things that are going on in society and whatnot. And like I said, no disrespect to anybody and how they live or whatever their lifestyle may be. It's just one of those things where I say, where do you go with it? Do you just roll with the tide? I consider myself 50% homogenous, 50% all of the time. What's going on, Noble Girl Gamer? I think people conform. People do conform. People do conform to different societal norms and different things like that. And sometimes people don't want to feel ostracized or left out, or maybe even discriminated and judged against themselves. So these are particular things that may happen. Am I good? I'm decent. I'm decent today. He doesn't have to be more anything, just who he is. That's interesting, Spy Fox. In my opinion, they need to be open and honest and not be scared of feelings, etc., and not bow to conformist opinions. Well, see, that's one of the things. I mean, is being more feminine a conformist thing? Because of the society. I guess it depends on the particular person. Yeah, it's all good. Take care, Molly Dolly. Appreciate you for stopping by. Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's not a real. It's a hot topic, but it's not a real. I don't think it's a real issue, a real big issue. I guess it's just one of those things where I was just curious about. It's like, how do people, react, or how should folks do it? What's going on, East Dad? What's up? I want to know, how do you feel? Do you think in today's society men have to be more feminine, in order to maneuver or exist, or be understood? Let me know. Spy Fox gave his Noble Girl Gamer. I would like to know your opinion as well. Do people have to be, do men have to be more feminine in today's society in order to be accepted? Why should we listen to people telling us what we need to be? And East Dad says, hell no. You have to tell me why, East Dad. You don't have to listen to why people feel you should need to be, but the reason I asked this question, because of conformity, because of people's need to want to fit in, and not be ostracized, because maybe, society is more accepting of things, so you may not want to be left behind because of the way society is going. You may want to fit in, you may want to be accepted and validated. I'm gonna be 100% all day me as I am. Yeah, you can. I think there's a different understanding on both sides. I think it's good to have an understanding of, today's society and what it means and why other people would be more feminine and whatnot. Take care, Harry Fessler. Thank you for stopping by, giving your opinion on it, giving your words. It's all good. Can you say it's not a hot topic? It's in everyone's news media, every town, every country. I don't know. I don't know if this is a hot topic. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. What's going on there, man? And then why, if an employer mispronounce an employee, they can be charged with a hate crime? Yes, you can. That's crazy. That's a whole other conversation right there. But howdy, Grandpa's Place. What's going on? Well, Noble Girl Gamer says, honestly, it depends. I see a lot of feminists in the gaming. What do you have to explain that comment right there? East Dad says, don't watch TV. It's foolery. Is there a lot of foolery on television? Yeah, let's leave it at that. But for the most part, like I said, this conversation, maybe it is about conformity. Maybe it is about acceptance. Maybe it is about the fact that, people don't like to be ostracized, and left out of particular situations. Maybe people, want to, just be a part of the group or be a part of what's going on. So over 80%, over 80 genders now. I don't know how there's over 80 genders now, but to each his own. Like I said, maybe it's a political correctness that exists. I don't know, But like I said, I would like to know how you folks feel, about this particular issue, because of today's society, because of the different things that are acceptable. Do men have to be more feminine? And let me I guess preface that with what I mean by, does a heterosexual man, have to be more feminine in today's society? Because if you're gay, man, then that's what it is. And then, not to be stereotypical about it, there's not all gay men out there, who are feminine. And how do I define feminine? in touch with your female side, in touch with the soft, I guess, not so much the sensitive, because you can be sensitive, and not be feminine. So let's not, let's not do that. Yeah, it's all good. You were born a man, you remain. Well, not everybody feels that way, East Dad, but I get where you're coming from. So how do I define feminine? What's up with my powerful thought is actually society that's effeminated men, so we can't lead our families as we're supposed to. Word up. That's an interesting comment. I mean, I guess everybody has a choice. What's going on, Eagle VP? Thank you for coming through. My thoughts on it is, on feminist, or what's feminist, just my opinion of it is, being more in touch with, I guess, your female side, or, things that, would, a female would care about and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with that, if that's what you want to do, or if that's something you're trying to understand. Maybe you have daughters, maybe you have a wife or something like that. But, some people may want to do it just because, you want to do it because of acceptance. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with a man getting in touch with the feminine side, or the softer side of themselves. It's like somebody, Yaz Poet was saying, and they're being effeminate, but it's like, why are you doing it? What's the point? Female side, I ain't got no, I ain't got a, okay, yeah, I got you, East Dad. Well, I mean, people have a softer side. Some people say, that men have that in them, and I'm not saying that it's not there. I'm not saying it's a shame. It's a bad thing to say if you have a feminine side to you, or a softer side. I would prefer to say a more sensitive side, but some people may take on the characteristics of femininity. Some people, and be straight, and be a heterosexual man, but in order to fit in order to be validated, in order to seem cool, in order to be, accepted in the society. It's something that happens, I mean, it happens all the time in the media. Soft might equal meat, might equal weak. Well, it doesn't, a softness, East Dad, doesn't have to always equal weak. You can be soft and still have a strength to you. That doesn't have to mean that all of a sudden, just because you want to be in touch with a softer side of you, that there's something wrong with you, or you can't be who you are. I'm not sure what to say on that. Well, like I said, it's no wrong or right answers with this conversation. I'm just asking what people feel. I'm just having a conversation with you. I'm not trying to judge anybody, and hopefully anybody's not judging anybody. Men care just as deeply as women, but men have to be strong. There's no feminine in the way a man shows his emotions. Yeah, that could be said. That could be said, Grandpa's place. But maybe some people want to take on those characteristics. Maybe some men, want to at least mimic those ways in which women are expressing themselves. Are they wrong for it? Do they have to do it? I think it's all a matter of choice. I think it's all a matter of who you are as a particular individual. If in today's society you choose to be more feminine, I don't think you should be judged for it. But at the same time, I don't think it should be something that you feel you have to do. It should be something that, look, if you want to be more feminine and in touch with your softer side, and, do that, that should be a personal choice. What's going on, Spirit Sky Blue, or Spirit in the Sky Blue? Thank you. Like I said, let me know how you feel about this particular situation. Do you feel that men have to be more, or heterosexual men have to be more feminine in today's society, or feminine at all? Because there's some people that aren't feminine. There's some men who aren't sensitive. Sometimes I struggle with sensitivity myself. Sometimes people don't notice about Mel. Sometimes I could be one of the most insensitive people out there, and not in a way that's negative or derogatory, but just insensitive to how people do their thing. Maybe unaware, ignorant. Forgive me of my ignorance. I don't knock anyone. I'm only speaking for me. Yeah, not East Dad. That's all I'm asking anybody for. And when I ask this question or pose this question, I'm not asking anybody, to say anything, against any group or anything. Just speak your opinion. There's nothing wrong with men being gentle and tender-hearted. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, Yas Poet. I think sometimes it's taken to an extreme, with what people do, like I said, how it may go, but it happens, Unsubbed? Who unsubbed? I don't know. You unsub from me, Sky Blue? I mean, hope not, but This is just a conversation that I'm having. Like, woo, I spilled some hot water on me. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Like I said, I just want to know how people feel. I've seen a lot of men being a little feminine into gaming, and in a way, I could say Grandpa is right. Let me see. Grandpa did make some interesting points in here. Like I said, it's all a personal choice. I just feel that. No, I was sorry. I said YouTube subbed you from me. No, I'm sorry, YouTube unsubbed you from me. I don't know why they unsubbed me, but that's crazy. Not me, Noble, but when comes time to responsibility, handle your business. Yeah, definitely, yeah, I suppose you handle your business when it comes to responsibility. I don't know. Like I said, I was just curious to how people feel. I mean, I'm not telling anybody how they should feel on this subject matter. These are just my thoughts. These are just my opinions on, on the matter and whatnot. And I encourage people, who see this in the replay to give their opinion, to give their thoughts. Maybe this is not a problem at all. Maybe this is not an issue at all. Maybe this is just, me bringing up a conversation and whatnot. Like I said, people have their right to, be who they want to be. And I'm not knocking that. I'm just asking this question out of curiosity, which I'll ask many questions out of curiosity. They did just because they're not supposed to say support or something else. Okay. That's interesting. It's because I'm a social PS4, and I've seen a lot of men acting feminine, not to be rude. Well, girl gamer, I'm not saying anything against a man acting feminine. Maybe somebody cut your check and they say, you know what, act a little feminine. I'm saying somebody tell Mel to throw on a dress and a wig, they're going to give me $100,000. I'm not saying I would do it, but I would give it some consideration. Like I said, a quick come up. But in all seriousness, it comes down to people and the individual choices, everybody, deciding who they want to be and how they want to maneuver. My thing is for the heterosexual man, it's like if you want to be more feminine and in touch with a sensitive side, a softer side, or, sensitive to different issues like that in a way, that makes you seem more relatable, that's on you, but I don't think that anybody should do it because they feel that they have to do it. And that's why I put that word have, should a man have to be more feminine, in this, so that's the key to it. Of course, I say if a man wants to be, a heterosexual man wants to be more feminine, more in touch with the female side, or things of that nature, and take on some of those characteristics, or a lot of those characteristics, then that's their choice. But see, because that's not the question. It's not the question should or shouldn't a man take on feminine traits. That's not this question. That's not the questions. Based on today's society, I guess let me put it and preface it in context. Should a man feel that they have to be more feminine because of today's society and what's more acceptable? And my opinion, no. I'm saying, yeah, but I know, but PS4 community is big, it's massive. Okay, Noble Girl Gamer, I understand that. Like I said, I particularly think it should be a choice. It shouldn't be a conformist thing. If you want to be more feminine, if you want to be more in touch with just your softer side, your female side, fine. Let that be a personal choice. Don't let it be something that just you're overly influenced by in the society. Let it be something that you come to yourself. So that's just how I feel about it. Each that it depends on your definition of feminine. I get prejudice because I enjoy them, and sometimes that is feminine, and others say it's just taking care of yourself. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think people should be judged, based off of somebody else's other definition of what it is to be feminine or what it is not to be feminine, or in touch with that. Sometimes being feminine can be just, being aware of feminist issues, that come up. You could be feminine in that way. You could be somebody who's just relating or empathizing with that. That could be one of those things that you particularly get into, or whatever the case may be. There's different definitions that people have in their mind for being more in touch with their feminine side. Sometimes that could be taking on the traits of females, or sometimes that could just be relating to females. So, that's why I say don't judge a person, particularly, right away because they're more in tune with that. you know, and I just like to know how people feel out there. You know, I guess this was a kind of a hot topic because I got to keep people's attention throughout this whole thing. Like I said, so it is what it is. You know, so like I said again, I got to get ready for work. I'm getting messages and things that are happening. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. And don't forget to reshare this and like, comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Leave comments on the video after it's uploaded. For those people that come in later, you know, give your opinion. If you've seen this in a replay, don't be afraid to give your opinion. If you made it this far, congratulations. Thank you. Appreciate it. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Let me see. Forgot to read that last comment. Yeah, feet definitely need to be careful. I definitely manicure. Oh man, listen. Oh, just before I go, a manicure and a pedicure is as a man is taking care of yourself. There is nothing wrong with a man getting a manicure and a pedicure. Listen, there's nothing wrong with that. If somebody says you feminine because of that, tell them to come see Mel in Brooklyn. We'll straighten them out real quick. We'll straighten them out real good. There's nothing wrong with a man taking care of his nails, cleaning it out, getting it out of the dirt out of it, and keeping your feet. You don't need no tiger claws. You don't need nothing like that. I've gotten manicures. I've gotten pedicures, and I'm a man. I'm a man. Girl, I'm a man. But anyway, on that note, let me get up out of here.